All right, so boom. Actually, no. Two more. There's two more. Like, because there's something I have to show you.
Right? Say no.
Yeah, it's something I have to show you.
I said, yo.
Anyways, there is nothing I actually enjoy more when I see people that are pretending to be woke get spun. Genuinely. This I genuinely love it. All right, so we're gonna react to when
delusional
people,
woke people. Not even just woke people. Delusional woke people get owned. What's woke, bruv?
Woke is pretending to be raw.
I know, I've got my idea of what woke is. I just wanted to see what your idea of what woke is.
Bruv, it's like the people that pretend to have their third eye open.
People that have... Yeah.
People that are pretending to overstand and understand when they barely understand.
Yeah.
That's the best
people
way to
that are
describe
just
it.
trying to be too aware, but in essence, it's almost like they're trying to be too aware or too awake, but it comes across disingenuous.
Yes.
Because you can't just be... Yeah, anyway, that's my it's hard to because woke was actually a thing, actually a real thing. It's turned into a bit of a joke.
Yeah, that people, because there's too many people pretending
just
to do
pretending.
There you go. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's run this because I'm actually looking forward to this.
I'm standing here now, a biological male wearing a dress with a pair of leggings.
Pause. But I didn't actually mean pause, but I just said pause.
It just had to be. They just had to be Optimus Prime starting the vibes. It just had to be Optimus Prime starting the vibes.
Transformers, man, them in disguise.
Between men and women, are you afraid that you're going to be attracted to trans women?
I'm not.
You, sir? Are you positive? Why is it that you harp on your right to distinguish between men and women? If you can always tell, why is it so hard?
Well, because it's not even merely that you're putting on a dress. It's that you and people who identify as transgender are infringing upon rights and spaces that properly belong to women. So when you ask me, why do you care about this issue? The reason is because we live in society and we have political rights, and also because we care for the truth.
So before, when you had a different opinion to a lot of these people, they'd call you transphobic, but apparently their new tactic is to say that you're secretly attracted to them. It reminds me of when women get rejected by men and they call the man gay.
But he really funny.
Wow. That last thing he said was facts. That's what happens. But you see, like, there's a lot of trans people, that they don't even try. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, brother. No, I understand completely. I understand completely. They just they look horror.
They just fling on a wig.
Fling on a wig and fling on a dress.
Fling on a dress.
Just look mad.
You just look like a man in a dress.
Yeah, brother.
Like, if you're gonna try, if you're gonna try, at least okay, look. Each to their own, and people can do what they want to do. We just just as long as you don't try and force your things onto me or my people. Do what you want to do. But there's people out there, that go all the way, and then to the point where they're indistinguishable. From what they're trying to be. What they're trying to be as a woman. And you look at them and you're like, I can't tell. I literally can't tell.
That's them putting in the effort.
That's effort being put in. So, bruv, that man there, that's a man, because I wouldn't say that's a man unless it looked like one.
Yeah. That's bro.
That's
bro. He's not my brother, but that's bro.
Do you know what I mean? If I saw two people standing side by side, I saw that person, and then I saw another one that, like a much more feminine looking one, I'd say, that's a woman.
You're a woman. And that's a man.
That's just a man dressed up as a woman.
Did you just misgender me? Shut the fuck up.
Get out.
Down to earth. I'm like, all right, cool. So I told him that I broke up with him. I'm like, what's up now? He was like, you didn't break up with him. Like, no, you didn't. And I didn't, but I'm like, this is gay. Like, how you not?
You see how f***ed up that is? You see that
Because he wasn't interested, he got to be gay.
Want that, I don't want none. That's crazy.
Black people have rightly said they don't want to be referred to as the N-word. All decent people respect that wish and don't use language that minority communities find offensive.
Okay.
And I think that's simply what trans people are also asking. Clearly, as someone who grew up in the 1970s and saw the National Front march through immigrant areas using inflammatory language against black and Asian people, terrorizing those people, which did spill over into violence, attacks on Asian homes and shops, temples and mosques. I don't want to see a repeat of that.
I'd like to move this a little and say that the words he, him for a man are just the very ordinary words. They're not the equivalent of the N-word. I think the equivalent...
Look, this thing is, that's what we were all thinking.
Yes.
When he's talking, we're thinking, why are you trying to compare nigger to he, him?
Bruv, this is why, right? This is why people, right? And I'm being very careful with my words. This is why people say that community have mental issues.
Bro, they just say things.
Bruv, they're freestyling.
Don't make sense,
and
bro.
they don't make any blood clot sense. So if you are a man, and if you're a man, and I refer to you as a woman, that is just as bad as a word that has been used to degenerate us as a people for over 500 years. As human beings.
Not even as a people.
Yeah, as human beings for 500 years and counting. That's comparable. How can you not think that though that community has mental problems?
The thing is, I think what they do is in order to make their point, they're trying to leech onto a certain cause that people would have in their head as something. They're trying to marry it up with something else that's bad, which people can relate to because we've had conversations about racism.
Yeah, true. Because misery loves company.
Yeah, so they're trying to leech onto that, but it don't make sense that what you're trying to leech onto.
Exactly.
What you're trying to leech onto has history and it has a background and it has deep rooted, There's some deep-rooted things that have gone on in history which back that up.
Absolutely.
This, you're talking about he don't
him.
call me he or him because it's similar to someone calling me a nigger. That's just, come on, bro. Like,
foolery.
Shut up.
What's a cook?
One of the reasons that we use free speech isn't just because we enjoy speaking or we want to say what our ideas are, important though that is. It is because we use language to write rules and laws. And if we are not able to call all male people male and all female people female, we cannot write rules that say all male people must stay out of this space. So if we give away words like he, him, male, and man for people who are male, and we start calling them she, her, female, woman, it becomes impossible to say, but you are not welcome here. And the thing is, we're back to the question of who can come into female-only spaces. I contend that only female people can come into female-only spaces. So I need to be able to call male people male in order to explain why they can't come in. This is just tautological. This isn't me trying to resurrect the N-word. Half of humanity is male. Half of humanity is he, him.
Just common sense.
Come on, man. Go on.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting
no words, blood.
Look at people like this guy that say that anybody can identify as whatever they want, whenever they want. Act like they care so much about humanity, but if they cared so much about humanity,
that's a dude.
Fighting to change systems that are in place to protect women.
Is that a dude?
Some people put biological men in female prisons when they've been accused of sexual crimes.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
I was at work and a customer called me sir, and I said, sir, actually it's a ma'am. And then everyone around started clapping.
Lies.
And the guy who said it actually got arrested.
Lies.
And then he was sentenced to death. Yeah, I'm sure.
How is it sexist when we don't know
It was.
Stupid.
It's just capping. She was capping.
Yeah, of course she was. Of course she was capping.
And everyone, that happened, and everyone started clapping like it was a movie.
Oh my God.
And then he just suddenly got arrested, because police were there at the time and just said,
"Hey, oh my God, you can't do that.
We
oh
are
my God,
taking you to jail.
Oh my God,
my friend, you've just misgendered that damsel, that damsel in distress. How are you? Oh my God,
like Kaepernick.
Capadonna.
Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick.
Barriers today. So
Yeah, like Pearl, yeah.
no barriers.
Who doesn't have
Be
barriers?
up, Pearl.
Don't have barriers?
Women, yeah. What's
We have
stopping
no
you? You can do whatever you want. What's
I
stopping
can
you?
or you can?
What's stopping you?
Whoa!
They know technically nothing's stopping them. They can try and do whatever a man does. They can go and do whatever they want. They just don't want to do it, or deep down they know they're not capable.
Setting aside the bias and the double standards, there's nothing wrong with wanting to improve outcomes for historically disadvantaged groups. There's nothing wrong with the ideals you identified as the ideals.
So Lance, you wear glasses, yeah? Or were you thinking about the round the back of the head joints? What are you saying though?
Brother.
The round the back of the head joints, are they not cold?
No, they're not.
They're not cold.
Brother, come on, man. Come on, man. You look like a pleb.
Yo!
Nah.
The round the back of the head joints, you know?
He looks like a flipping idiot.
You're not going for that, nah?
No.
Yo!
No.
Yo, that's kind of cold though.
No, it's not.
Keep some on your head though.
It's not cold, brother.
Keep some on your head though, innit?
Bruv, do you know how much of a helmet you look like, bruv? With you can't you move your head too much that you have to keep it secure.
Yeah.
Like a belt for your head. Come on, man.
Disadvantaged groups. There's nothing wrong with the ideals you identified as the ideals of the woke movement. The objection to woke culture is not the end the woke are pursuing, but the means they use to pursue it. And the favoured methods of the woke finder generals, as I'm sure all of you know, is not to argue, to persuade, to debate, but to smear, to ostracise, to publicly shame, to cancel. That, I'm afraid, is the tactics of the woke. This is the way they go about trying to achieve their objectives.
You're on record for stating, and I quote, "This is the gayest generation of America." What are your overall thoughts on this? Because some of your opponents seem to believe you have homosexual tendencies.
Well, it is the gayest generation ever. Every fact shows that more young people are gay than any other generation. Yeah, I think my record of my marriage speaks for itself. But is there something you want to tell us about your own?
I mean, you don't gotta accuse me of being gay. Just because you're married don't mean that you're not homosexual yourself.
Well, you came up here asking about the gayest generation. I got some questions about you, man.
You're coming to my campus that I represent, calling us, one of the gayest generations.
Well, it is
in America.
One out of 5 young people are lesbian, gay, or trans.
And even though I don't,
it's the gayest generation ever.
Congrats, man.
Congrats.
Appreciate your time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
What the
fuck just happened?
That's gonna love that one.
Weird guy. I don't know if he's standing
Did he
up for
just-
gay rights or if he's pissed off that he's part of the gayest generation. Either way, facts are facts.
He just gave
He's not
up.
trying to insult everybody because it says here, nearly a third or 28% of Gen Z adults in the United States identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, or queer. A larger share than older generations.
If you were to describe what it means to be a man or to be masculine.
I'm Griffin, and I don't identify as a man. I'm non-binary. I still have elements of, my identity that are masculine, elements that are feminine, elements that don't fall within that range. I personally just don't feel tied to the norms or the confines of gender at all.
I think that the notion of masculinity is just something that can be possessed by man or woman. Man, woman, non-gender conforming person. What it means to be masculine is just changing and very fluid.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
I was not always a good man. I was not always what you would call a healthy masculine man. And so as my life has changed, I've identified 5 points that I think make a truly masculine man masculine.
Okay.
I think point number 1 is a man who walks with God. Point number 2 is a man who stands on principle. Point number 3, which is a masculine man, is self-sacrificing. So someone who is willing to sacrifice for point 4, the people that he leads. A true man is a leader. And number 5, a masculine man is never a coward.
Fellas, do not allow society or anybody.
He cooked.
He cooked with them 5.
He cooked, and I agree with every single one of them.
That's a nice, succinct description of what I would call a truly masculine man.
Yeah. I could not agree more.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with being that.
No, not at all.
That's what we should be, and that's what most women expect from us.
Precisely.
That is what society, especially most women expect from us.
Yeah.
So he cooked.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Toxic bad thing. Forget this toxic masculinity bullshit. There's only toxic people. You can get toxic women, toxic men. When shit hits the fan and there's a war, it's masculine men that come to the rescue. It's not weak men that are not proud to be men.
Dear leftists, I'm very happy to take part in this debate about democracy in Europe. So let me give you some example of very major democracy in Poland. Polish nation rejected you, dear leftists, 8 times. 8 times in a row you have lost elections in Poland. So get used to it because you're gonna lose again. Let me give you some data about Poland and Polish democracy. The lowest unemployment in European Union is Poland. The highest GDP after COVID in European Union is Poland. One of the lowest debts in European Union is Poland. So don't give us this rubbish. We don't need your doctors. We don't need your engineers. Take them all and pay for them because there's a 0 terrorist attacks in Poland. Why? Because there is no illegal migration in Poland. So don't give me this look.
I mean, can you blame Poland for not wanting to be part of the woke madness?
Poland basically said that for your business. For your business. Come around here, you fuckery.
That is what is going on in here.
Shut the fuck up!
Trans women should be allowed in.
What? Did I miss?
You did.
Did I miss something?
Yeah. Right here.
Madness is spreading all over Europe and America. It's getting ridiculous.
So I am going to spend the next minute screaming because that is what is going on in here.
It's always women that look like that. It's always them that look like that. Just look mad. Like it's always them. Like, you know that woman that fed her family the yeast infection pie?
Oh,
yeah, it's always women that look like that.
God.
Ah, man, listen, man.
What's the point?
I don't know, man. But honest to God, like, you know what? My white friends might have to start charging admission to the clubs that they're in, man, because there's some white people that don't. There's a white people that are cool and there's a white people that are fucked up, and
I honestly feel just a little bit sorry.
I don't, bruv.
Because it's like,
look at her hair,
what possesses you? I don't know what sort of setting they're in right now, but it's obviously
Get a line up, bro.
It's obviously some sort of formal setting where she's making a speech or something.
Yeah.
What makes you think it's appropriate to just what are you trying to prove as well? Scream into the camera.
I don't know what this is.
You look nuts.
Exactly. And this is why we say these people, like, I think genuinely this generation has the highest level of mental health issues.
100%.
It has to be,
and
because
it's sad, bro.
It's really sad
to watch.
It's really sad.
It's sad to watch
because I don't get it.
Do you know what? I don't know. It's somewhere between crack and meth. In the previous generations. It's somewhere between crack and meth and LSD and acid. We just fucked up this whole generation, bro.
Facts. Absolute facts.
Shut the fuck up!
Trans women should be allowed in women's sports.
So you look, for example, at someone like Leah Thomas, who was the swimmer from UPenn, who came first in her event. If you look at her statistics from her freshman year when she was competing in the male division to where she was at by her senior year or junior year, whatever last year was, when she was competing and winning the tournaments, as she started to take estrogen and hormone replacement therapy and things like that, her statistics went down a lot. And the difference between her and the male world record and the difference between her and the women's world record were pretty much the same when she was competing as a man versus competing as a woman. A lot of other biological factors outside of hormones, we think, play a much bigger impact on what sports are, when really the only difference that tends to happen is hormones and the way you can build muscle mass.
Did he say anything to you that persuaded you to move to the disagree line?
No. Biologically born women should only be able to compete with the women, and then biologically born men should only be able to compete with the men.
Because why?
I feel like what he said about the different body mass, muscle mass, I do understand that they do take hormone blockers to help with that, but I still feel like there may be some sort of disadvantage.
I said it before, but let's just allow biological men to compete against women in sports. Not just so donuts like this can see just how bad it would be and how it'd ruin women's sports, but also so we can all get rich and place bets on the biological men.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Yes. I would be bathing.
If what?
If men, if these people want to do this, if women want to compete in men's sports,
yeah,
I'm dropping racks on old boy.
Oh, you want to drop some racks on the bet?
I'll drop racks on the bet. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously the odds are definitely going to be in his favor. But listen, I'll still be up.
And to be fair, do you know what? That's a really good way of testing to see whether these people actually believe what they say.
Precisely.
Put money up.
Precisely.
Because I heard someone gave an example on the street, yeah, of saying, okay, but what if Floyd Mayweather decided that he now wanted to identify as a woman, and he started to drop into the women's boxing? Do you think that is fair?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think there's any difference between, women's skill levels. If it's the best women boxer, the best male boxer. Okay,
against the
put racks on. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, 50 bags. 50. I'm on. My money's on Floyd. Your money's on her.
Yeah.
Your money's on her, yeah? Put racks up.
Put racks up.
Put racks up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but... You'll see the excuses coming out,
Exactly.
Put racks up, bro.
Yes. Against the greatest defensive boxer in the world.
Put racks up.
Put racks up. If women want to compete in men's sports, put the money up. If you're really serious about this, put the money up and bet on old girl and see if old boy don't choke slam her in front of the mama.
Listen, I'm putting Bitcoin on Mayweather.
You know like that?
I'm putting Bitcoin on Mayweather, Bridget. You get me real bad, man. Don't ever listen. I know what I believe to be true.
Absolutely.
Which is women stay in women's sports, men stay in men's sports. It's not even a competition.
Stay in your lane.
It's never been a competition.
Never. Stay in your lane.
It's never been a competition.
Facts.
Even my 11-year-old son clocked the dumbness of some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like I remember when he told me that when he told me that he was out at playtime or something like that.
Yeah.
And the girls were playing no, they were playing football, but everyone had to play football.
Yeah.
But they mixed the teams.
Uh-huh.
And then I think one of the boys or maybe him asked, "Oh, why don't we just do girls versus boys?" And they said that, and they said no, because that's not fair.
Who said that's not fair?
They said the teachers said that's not fair.
Okay.
But then my boy clocked that earlier on that day,
yeah.
they were telling the class that men and women are all equal and they can do the same things and so on and so forth. So my 11-year-old son was like,
"Hold on, big man. Hold on, cousin."
But why don't we? But if we just do boys versus girls, that's the same thing, isn't it? Like what? You just said before. Like that's how dumb it is. A child, a complete-minded child, can see through your bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And children are relative. Some children are really intuitive. Really intuitive like that.
Like if he can clock that and to say, but you said, hold up, but that's what you said before. You said that there is no difference between us. We're men can do the same things that women can do. Why would it be unfair? Why would you say that's unfair?
Yeah.
And I said to him, listen, there you go. I don't even have to say, look, you heard it for yourself.
Yeah, you clocked it.
Yeah, you clocked what they're telling you. Just don't believe it. Yeah, if they're not telling you about English, maths, and science, don't listen to it.
Facts.
Don't listen to it.
Parallax.
Because these things can be verified. English, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, yes, verified. 1 + 1 is 2.
Yep.
5 + 5 is 10.
Facts.
It will always be verified.
Facts.
Okay? Gas, liquid, solid, it's always gonna be. If you put fire to the ice, it's gonna melt always.
Facts.
It's verified.
Yes.
If they start telling you anything else other than English, maths, and science, bro,
there's lies.
Don't listen to it.
Yeah.
That's
Love
not for
that.
you.
Love that.
That's not for you to be. They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't listen
They
to
don't.
it. Bro,
They don't.
Don't listen to it, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for being with us on this very healthy TDIP Reacts. This is actually a funny episode. It's your boy King Prime.
Yo, it's your boy Side of God.
You know who we be.
Oh, it's TDIP. You thought I was going to go in, innit? You know I was going to go in.
I will catch you on the next Reacts, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, peace. Stay woke, but not that woke.
Not that woke.